Imagine sitting in class trying to focus on an important lecture or prepare for an exam, but the only thing you can think about is hunger and where your next meal will come from. You are listening to your professor, looking at the notes in front of you and trying to understand the lesson, but your stomach hurts and your mind keeps drifting. Instead of thinking about your assignment, you're thinking about whether you have enough money to buy dinner. Instead of preparing for tomorrow's test, you're worrying about how long the food you have left will last. For some college students, this is not just something they have to imagine. It is part of their everyday life. College students already face many pressures. We have to manage tuition, textbooks, transportation, housing, work, and demanding coursework. Many students are also balancing sports, family, responsibilities, and jobs outside of school. When money becomes tight, something has to be sacrificed, and unfortunately, buying enough food can become difficult. Food insecurity is not always obvious. A student can attend class, complete their assignments, and appear completely fine while privately struggling to afford meals. This may be happening to someone who sits beside us in class every day, even if they never talk about it. Many people feel embarrassed to admit that they need help, so their classmates may never know what they are experiencing. As a student at USC Lancaster, I understand how stressful it can be to balance school with other responsibilities. I personally use the USCL food pantry, so I know that it is not just an idea or a service that exists on paper. It is something that can provide real support to students when they need it. Using the food pantry does not mean that someone is lazy or irresponsible. Sometimes students can face unexpected expenses, reduced work hours, transportation costs, or other situations outside of their control. Even students who work hard and carefully manage their money can go through difficult periods. When a student does not have enough food, the problem affects more than their hunger. It can affect their energy, concentration, stress levels, and ability to succeed in school. It is difficult to study, participate in class, or perform at your best when your basic needs are not being met. No student should have to choose between purchasing something they need for class and having enough food to eat. That is why the USCL food pantry is so important. It gives our campus a direct way to support students who may be struggling. It allows students to access food without having to explain their entire situation to their classmates or feel judged for needing assistance. However, the pantry can also continue helping students when people contribute to it. I'm asking each of you to donate at least one unopened, non-perishable food item to the USCL food pantry before the end of the week. Your donation could be canned vegetables, canned soup, pasta, rice, cereal, oatmeal, peanut butter, or another suitable item. You do not have to spend a large amount of money or fill an entire shopping bag. You only need to donate one item. You might already have an unopened can or box of food at home that you are able to give. You could also add one inexpensive item to your shopping basket the next time you visit a grocery store. One donation may not seem like much. A single can of food or box of pasta might feel too small to make a difference. However, imagine what would happen if every student in this class donated one item. Those individual donations would quickly become a collection of food that could provide several meals and support multiple students. Small actions become meaningful when a community takes them together. Donating also sends a message to students who are struggling. It tells them that they are not alone, that their campus cares about them, and that asking for help is nothing to be ashamed of. It shows that we are not only classmates attending the same school, but also members of a community who are willing to support one another. Most of us understand what it feels like to be stressed by school, work, finances, or other responsibilities. We may not have all experienced food security ourselves, but we can still understand how difficult it would be to face those pressures while also being hungry. Before the end of this week, please take a few minutes to donate one unopened, non-perishable food item to the USCL food pantry. Do not assume someone else will do it. Choose an item, bring it to campus, and make the donation yourself. Your contribution could help another student feel supported, reduce their stress, and allow them to focus more fully on their education. One item may be small to you, but to another student, it could mean one meal, one less difficult decision, and one less worry.